Solange Knowles has officially had enough, y'all. She's kept it cute, kept it quiet, but now it seems like she's finally ready to clap back at all the talk surrounding her nephew, Sir Carter. And if you know anything about Solange, you know she is fiercely loyal when it comes to her family. So when the internet started running wild with rumors, again, about Sir possibly being autistic, and when those rumors turned from whispers into full-blown online analysis sessions, it looks like Solange decided it was time to step in. And let's be real, if Solange is speaking up, then you know it's gotten way out of hand. Now, let's back it up and talk about how we even got here. These rumors didn't just pop up overnight. For years now, fans and internet detectives alike have been speculating that Sir Carter might be on the autism spectrum. It all started with his very low public profile. Compared to his twin sister, Rumi, Sir is practically invisible. Rumi has been in front of cameras since she was a toddler. She's modeled for Ivy Park, she's made appearances at the Super Bowl, and most recently, she was brought on stage during Beyoncé's Cowboy Carter performance. People were in awe of how confident and present she was. But at the same time, her presence raised eyebrows because people started asking, "Where's Sir?" The more fans saw of Rumi, the more noticeable Sir's absence became. He wasn't showing up in public appearances, he wasn't in any behind-the-scenes footage, and even on Beyoncé's social media, he was barely seen. Then came Beyoncé's Renaissance tour film, where Sir was shown for a quick moment. That was all it took for people to go full CSI. Fans began dissecting every second of footage, pointing out how he moved, how he reacted to the camera, his facial expressions, and from there, the autism speculation ramped up yet again. Some viewers said his movements seemed delayed or different, while others claimed he appeared to avoid eye contact. It wasn't just casual commentary anymore. People were analyzing this child like he was part of a medical study. What made it worse was the clear imbalance in visibility between Rumi and Sir. While Rumi is out here living her best little superstar life, Sir remains largely out of sight. People began assuming that there had to be a reason for this. Some fans gave the Carters the benefit of the doubt, suggesting that maybe they were just being protective of Sir's privacy. Others, though, immediately jumped to medical explanations. They began connecting dots that may or may not be there, claiming that Sir's absence must mean he has a disability or that the family was hiding something. And that's when things started turning really messy. Because when celebrities try to keep parts of their lives private, the internet has this habit of assuming the worst. Another piece of the puzzle people keep bringing up is Beyoncé's pregnancy with the twins. Let's not forget, she's been very open about how difficult that experience was. In her Vogue interview, she talked about gaining over 200 pounds, being diagnosed with preeclampsia, being on bed rest for over a month, and eventually having to undergo an emergency C-section. She even mentioned that both babies had to spend weeks in the NICU. People took that information and ran with it, claiming that preeclampsia and NICU complications could potentially lead to developmental delays, including autism. Now, while there's no clear, conclusive research linking those conditions directly to autism, that didn't stop fans from spinning it into a full narrative. And let's be real, sometimes fans do this out of curiosity or concern. But other times, it crosses the line into full-on invasion of privacy, especially when people start acting like they're owed answers about someone's child. Then there's the way Beyoncé has spoken about her children. Some fans think she's been dropping subtle hints about Sir through her interviews. When she talks about Rumi, it's all about power, confidence, being a boss. But when she speaks about Sir, the tone shifts. She once said, "I want to teach my son not to fall victim to what the internet says he should be," and talked about him affirming his existence in a cruel world. Now, that could mean anything. It can be a general statement about raising a black boy in today's society. But of course, the internet took that and turned it into a cryptic confession, saying it was Beyoncé's way of acknowledging that Sir is neurodivergent without coming out and saying it directly. The rumors only intensified when celebrities started getting involved. Azealia Banks, who always seems to have something inflammatory to say, straight up accused Beyoncé of hiding her son. She tweeted something like, "People are gonna find out eventually, and it's gonna look like you were ashamed of him." And then Kanye West decided to hop on the mess, questioning whether anyone had even seen the Carter twins and making weird comments about retired children and artificial insemination. His remarks didn't include any facts, but because of his past relationship with the Carters, people wondered if there was some truth hidden in his chaotic delivery. Whether you believe Kanye or not, his statements only made people more suspicious. Now, it's important to understand the Carters' approach to fame. Beyoncé and Jay-Z are notoriously private, especially when it comes to their children. They're deliberate about what they share. Sir and Rumi didn't even make their public debut until they were toddlers. When the twins are shown, it's usually from a distance with soft lighting or in quick glimpses. It's all very controlled. But in this case, that silence and privacy seem to have backfired. People aren't seeing it as discretion. They're seeing it as secrecy. And that's led to even more speculation about Sir's health and development. The only person who said anything publicly about Sir is Beyoncé's mother, Tina Knowles. In an interview, Mama Tina described Sir as brilliant, thoughtful, and quiet. She mentioned he loves reading, electronics, and a story about a tiny tree that ends up being the strongest. That gave fans a glimpse into his personality. But again, some people weren't satisfied. Some felt like the family was working too hard to craft a certain narrative, and others accused them of trying to prove that Sir is neurotypical. And that's where Solange comes in. According to new reports, Solange is done sitting back and watching all of this unfold. She's reportedly furious at how the media and fans are dissecting her nephew's every move. From her perspective, it's invasive, it's harmful, and it's straight up inappropriate to be speculating about a child's medical or developmental status with zero evidence. And let's be honest, that tracks with everything we know about Solange. She's been fiercely protective of her family from day one. She's not afraid to speak out. She's not afraid to fight back. And if there's one thing you should never do, it's come for someone she loves. Sources close to Solange say that she's especially upset about how Sir is constantly being compared to Rumi. She feels like the internet has created this weird competition between two children, twins no less, where one is praised for being outgoing and the other is scrutinized for being quiet and private. And that's not only unfair, it's damaging. Kids shouldn't have to grow up under a microscope, and they definitely shouldn't be forced to prove themselves to strangers online. Now, of course, fans are split. Some people completely agree with Solange and say the rumors have gone too far. They believe the constant speculation is harmful, not just to Sir, but to any child who may be going through similar experiences. They appreciate that Solange is defending her nephew and trying to shift the focus back to what matters, protecting kids and respecting boundaries. But then there are others who feel that if the Carters had just addressed the situation early on, none of this would have spiraled out of control. These fans argue that the silence is what keeps people curious. They say Beyoncé and Jay-Z could have done what other celebrities have done, like Toni Braxton, who publicly shared her son's autism diagnosis and used her platform to raise awareness. Fans point to Toni's son Diesel, who was diagnosed at age 3 and just recently graduated from Howard University. His story is seen as proof that public transparency can be powerful, not shameful. At the end of the day, though, we've got to remember one thing. Sir Carter is a child. He didn't ask for this spotlight. He didn't ask for his every move to be analyzed by strangers on the internet. Whether he is autistic or not is nobody's business unless his family chooses to share that information. Solange stepping up to protect him is a reminder that even in the world of fame, kids deserve peace, privacy, and the chance to grow up without 1,000 eyes judging their every breath. So now I want to hear from y'all. Do you think Solange was right to step in? Do you think the Carter family's silence has made things worse, or are they simply doing what any good parent would do, keeping their children safe from the noise? Is the internet just being nosy, or is there some merit to these questions? Drop your thoughts in the comments, but please keep it respectful. We're talking about a child here, not a public figure.